Hello, welcome. In this video, we will discuss the current affairs of today. Uh, Among these, the first one is the Iran Iron Dome defense system. It is the recent news of Israel-Palestina conflict. This Iron Dome air defense system has been becoming very famous. Let's discuss what all about the mechanism of Iron Dome air defense system of the Israel. Israel has used Iron Dome air defense system in recent violent clashes over the Jerusalem. Coming to the about it, what is it means? Iron Dome is a short-range ground-to-air defense system. It is a air defense system which is ground to air defense type of defense system. It has been developed by the Israel manufacturer, that is the Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, the support from the USA, and it has been deployed in the Israel from 2011 onwards. Let's see about its structural mechanism. This Iron Dome defense system has a range of from 4 kilometer to 70 kilometer. That means from the site of deployment of this Iron Dome system, from this to up to 70 kilometer range, it can attack the incoming rockets from the place of origin. This is its capacity. Coming to the what will be the specifications of the incoming rocket it going to be faced means the incoming rocket will be short range rocket having the 155 shells, and it is only up to the 70 kilometer range. This is the incoming rocket specifications which is going to be faced by the Iron Dome system. And coming to the this system, it has majorly uh, three units. The one is the launcher, and the second one is the multi-mission radar, third one is the mobile control unit. What this mobile control unit says means it analyzes the trajectory of the rocket which it is going to be faced, and estimates the impact point at which it has going to be impacted, and commands the and finally commands the launch of the interceptor missile. And next one is the multi-mission radar. This multi-mission radar identifies the rocket or shell which is coming towards the target, and it also monitors the trajectory. And coming to the launcher, this launcher has the generally 20 interceptor missiles loaded in it with an inbuilt radar seeker. Here we are observing this type of inputs having the uh, missiles of up to 20 missiles. Thus, it is having three control units. One is the launcher, second one is the multi-mission radar, and third one is the mobile control unit. The operation initiates in the mobile control unit, and then multi-mission radar identifies the rocket, and finally with the radar seeker in the launcher, the rocket has been the missile has been launched finally to face the incoming rocket. This all about the this Iron Dome system. And coming to the next thing, it is generally used for the countering such as rockets, artillery, and mortars. That's why it is abbreviated as CRAM. That is counteracting the rockets, artillery, and the mortars. It also counteracts some types of aircrafts and helicopters and unmanned air vehicles, which has fire from the distances of up to 70 kilometers. Coming to the working of this Iron Dome system, as we structurally already seen it has three main structures which work together to form a shield over an area which it is deployed. The first one is the radar, where the detection and tracking process of the threat has been initiated, and weapon control, where the battle management and weapon control system is present. Uh, it generally manages the weapon control, how many missiles has to be launched, at which distance it has to be launched. This weapon control system has been done all these things. And coming to the final one, that is the missile fire. Here, by final seeking of the radar from the weapon control system and the radar, it finally fires the missile into the target uh, as the interceptor missile. This all about the it's a structural mechanism. And among the other key features of this Iron Dome, the missile is capable of being used in all weather conditions. That means this missile is a all weather conditioning missile, works both in the day and night. And Israel claims this system has stopped thousands of the enemy attacks from hitting the targets with a success rate of up to 90% from its deployment. This all about the Iron Defense System of the Israel. Coming to the this type of system which India is having is the S-400 Trump missile system. This S-400 Trump missile system has been purchased from the Russia by the India. Coming to the S-400 missile system, it caters mainly in major three threats, that is from the rockets and missiles and cruise missiles. This system can face these three type of targets, and but they have, compared to the Iron Dome system, the S-400 missile system has having much longer range, and it has much larger air defense bubble. That means larger area has been protected by using this um, S-400 Trump missile system. And it is a mobile and a surface to air missile system as like that of Iron Dome system, and it has been designed by the Russia. Coming to its range and effectiveness, it can target up to the 400 kilometers of range and altitude of 30 kilometers. It can track up to 100 airborne targets, engaging 6 of the simultaneous activities. And it can engage in interacting the uh, up to sorry, and it can engage in 6 of the that 100 6 of the targets simultaneously at a time among the 100 detected targets. And coming to the next thing, that is the ivermectin drug. This drug has been said to be uh, the states of Goa and Uttarakhand have said they plan to dose their populations with this anti-parasitic drug, that is the ivermectin, used for the protection against severe COVID-19 infections. Coming to this, WHO has recommended against the use of this ivermectin drug for the treatment of the COVID-19 patient before. Ivermectin generally has taken as a orally administered drug, that means taken through mouth, and it is used to treat generally parasitic infections. This includes some types of intestinal tract infections and skin and anus, all these things. And how it will works means, generally it first paralyzes the parasite and kills off finally the parasite. And coming to the mechanism of it, the drug first stops the adult parasites from making its larva. That means it stops the reproduction of this parasite, thereby giving the relief from the parasitic infection. Why it is used for the COVID-19 patient in such a situation means, this ivermectin found to be very effective in reducing the multiplication of certain RNA viruses. ఆర్ఎన్ఏ వైరసెస్ ఎక్కువగా మల్టిప్లికేషన్ చేయకుండా ఆపేదానికి ఈ డ్రగ్ చాలా ఎఫెక్టివ్గా యూజ్ అవుతున్నట్టు ఫౌండ్ కనుకోబడింది అనమాట. దానివల్ల సార్స్, COVID-19 RNA, these both viruses are being the RNA viruses. That's why it has been implemented here. Hence, it is used for the treatment of the COVID-19 cases, that to mild to moderate cases, to stop the temporary infection. And this ivermectin drug is used generally popularly for the treatment and eradication of the two life-threatening illnesses. One is the onchocerciasis, and second one is the filariasis. This onchocerciasis is also called as the river blindness disease. And coming to the next article, that is the Article 311 of the Indian Constitution. Recently, a police officer was dismissed from the service by the Mumbai Police Commissioner under Article 311, Clause 2, Clause B of the Indian Constitution without a departmental inquiry. That's why it is in news. Coming to the Article 311 generally deals with the dismissal, removal, and reduction in the rank of the persons who are employed in both the civil capacities under both union or a state, and safeguards under the Article 311 for the civil servants. Coming to the safeguards for civil servant, according to Article 311 Clause 1, it says that no government employee, either he will be a from All India service or state government service, shall not be dismissed or removed by an authority subordinate to the one that is appointed by him or her. తన ఎవరైతే అపాయింట్ చేస్తారో అపాయింట్ చేసిన దానికంటే సబార్డినేట్ పర్సన్ ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాజ్ కింద ఏ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎంప్లాయీని డిపార్ట్మెంటల్ ఎంక్వైరీ లేకుండా రిమూవ్ చేయడానికి లేదనమాట. ఇది 311లో immunity. And coming to the Article 311(2), it says that no civil servant shall be dismissed or removed or reduction in the rank except after an inquiry. ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాస్ 2 ఏం చెప్తుందంటే, ఏ సివిల్ సర్వెంట్ అయినా డిస్మిస్ చేసే ముందు లేదా రిమూవ్ చేసే ముందు లేదా అతని ర్యాంక్ రిడక్షన్ చేసే ముందు దేర్ షెల్ బి అన్ inquiry, departmental inquiry. Further, in this inquiry also, he has to informed of which charges he has to been convicted. ఏ కారణం చేత అతని పైన చార్జెస్ అనేటివి ఇనిషియేట్ చేయబడ అనేది చెప్పాలా. అండ్ గివెన్ ఏ రీజనబుల్ ఆపర్చునిటీ ఆఫ్ బీయింగ్ హీడ్ ఇన్ ద రెస్పెక్ట్ ఆఫ్ దోస్ చార్జెస్. ఆ కన్విక్ట్ అయిన చార్జెస్ కింద అతనికి హియర్ వినే కెపాసిటీ, రీజనబుల్ ఆపర్చునిటీ అనేది తనకి ఇవ్వాలన్నమాట. ప్రాసెస్ ఆఫ్ డిపార్ట్మెంటల్ ఎంక్వైరీ. ఈ డిపార్ట్మెంటల్ ఎంక్వైరీలో ఒకసారి ఎంక్వైరీ ఆఫీసర్ని అపాయింట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ద సివిల్ సర్వెంట్ గివెన్ ఏ ఫార్మల్ చార్జ్ షీట్ ఆఫ్ ద చార్జెస్. ఫార్మల్ చార్జ్ షీట్ అనేది తనకిస్తారు. అతనైనా తనంతకు తాను రిప్రజెంట్ చేయవచ్చు కేసుకి, లేదా తను ఒక లాయర్నైనా అపాయింట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. And witnesses can also be called during the departmental inquiry for preparing a report and submit it to the government for the further action. Exceptions of the Article 311. The exceptions mentioned under Article 311 Clause 2 Clause A. It says that a government employee is convicted under a criminal case. A criminal case kinda government employee convict aithe he can be dismissed without a departmental inquiry. Departmental inquiry లేకుండా రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట, డిస్మిస్ చేయొచ్చు. ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాస్ 2 క్లాస్ బి ఏం చెప్తుందంటే, అథారిటీ ఎంపవర్డ్ టు డిస్మిస్ ఆర్ రిమూవ్ ఎ పర్సన్ ఆర్ రెడ్యూస్ ఇన్ ర్యాంక్ ఇఫ్ సాటిస్ఫైడ్ దట్ సమ్ రీజన్ టు బి రికార్డెడ్ బై ద అథారిటీ ఇన్ రైటింగ్. ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాస్ 2 క్లాస్ బి ప్రకారము సివిల్ సర్వెంట్ యొక్క ర్యాంక్ రెడ్యూస్ చేయొచ్చు, లేదా అతన్ని డిస్మిస్ చేయొచ్చు, రిమూవ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఎలాంటి సిచ్యువేషన్లో అంటే, వన్ సాటిస్ఫైడ్ ఫర్ ద సమ్ రీజన్, ఇచ్చే రీజన్ సాటిస్ఫై ఉండాల అథారిటీ, దాన్ని రిటర్న్ ఫామ్లో రికార్డ్ చేయబడాలన్నమాట రీజన్ని. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రీజనబుల్లీ ప్రాక్టికల్ టు హోల్డ్ సచ్ ఇంక్వైరీ. అండ్ coming to the Article 311 Clause 2 Clause C, it says that government employee can be dismissed when the president or the governor is satisfied for the reason saying that he is on his dismissal is on interest of the security of the state, and it is not required to hold such an inquiry. The employee can be dismissed without the departmental inquiry. ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాస్ 2 క్లాస్ సి ప్రకారం ప్రెసిడెంట్ కానీ గవర్నర్ కానీ రీజన్ అనేది సెక్యూరిటీ ఆఫ్ స్టేట్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ప్రకారంగా అతన్ని డిస్మిస్ చేసినప్పుడు డిపార్ట్మెంటల్ ఎంక్వైరీ అనేది ఉండదని చెప్పి ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాస్ 2 క్లాస్ సి చెప్తుంది. తర్వాత వచ్చేసి హీ కెన్ బి ఒకసారి ఆర్టికల్ 311 క్లాస్ 2 కింద ఒక సివిల్ సర్వెంట్ని డిస్మిస్ చేసిన తర్వాత అతను కోర్టులో ఛాలెంజ్ చేయొచ్చు అనమాట. హీ కెన్ బి ఛాలెంజ్డ్ అబౌట్ హిస్ డిస్మిసల్ విత్ ఎయిదర్ ద ట్రిబ్యునల్, అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటివ్ ట్రిబ్యునల్ ఆర్ అండ్ త్రూ ఏ కోర్ట్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద all about the article 311 clause 2 clause b and different sub articles under the article 3. Coming to the next article, that is the amphotericin b. This amphotericin b is being actively prescribed by the physicians for the patients who has been suffering from the mucormycosis, which is a fungal disease. Recently increase of this fungal infection has been seen among the COVID-19 patients after the post-COVID complication. Mucormycosis. It is a, coming to the drug, it is a fungistatic and both fungicidal and the fungistatic. ఇది ఈ డ్రగ్ అనేది ఫంగిస్టాటిక్గా యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది, ఫంగిసైడల్గా కూడా యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. అది వచ్చేసి డిపెండింగ్ ఆన్ ద కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ obtained in the body fluids and susceptibility to the fungus. ఫంగస్లో బాడీ ఫ్లూయిడ్స్లో ఫంగై ఉండే కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ బట్టి లేదా ఫంగై యొక్క ససెప్టబిలిటీ బట్టి ఇది బోత్ ఫంగిస్టాటిక్గా ఫంగిసైడల్గా యాక్ట్ చేస్తుంది అనమాట. ఫంగిస్టాటిక్ మీన్స్ just temporarily inhibiting the growth of the fungal pathogen. Fungicidal means killing the fungal pathogen. And coming to the drug, it generally acts on the cell membrane of the susceptible fungi. This is all about this drug. And coming to the next article, that is the World Food Prize. Recently, the World Food Prize 2021 has been won by the Shakuntala Harasingh Pilsted, who is the Indian descent, now the citizen of Denmark. And he is coming to the World Food Prize. It is presented by the World Food Prize Foundation and given as the foremost international honors regarding the recognition of the achievements of the individuals who have given advanced human development by their actions in improving the quality and quantity and availability of the food in the world. Regarding the quantity, improvement of the quantity, quality and improvement of the food in the world. And coming to the fields covered, any field which involve the world food supply chain, including the plant or plant science, animal science or soil science, and food science and technology, or nutritional science and rural development, all these things. Eligibility, any individual regardless of race, caste, religion, nationality, political belief can be eligible for it. These things are not important. Norman Borlaug and these are not important. The food price has been created in 1986. This is also not important. Sponsored by the General Food Corporation. And coming to the other things, this World Food Prize is also known as the Nobel Prize for the Food and Agriculture. It is popularly known as the Nobel Prize for Food and Agriculture. M.S. Swaminathan, who is the father of the India's Green Revolution, received the first World Food Prize in 1987. After its introduction in 1986, it has been given from 1987 onwards. M.S. Swaminathan is the first recipient of this award, this World Food Prize. This is all about the today's current affairs. Thank you.